Hey everyone, welcome back to my UGC NET Criminology lecture series. Today we are going to learn critical criminology. Is every harmful act treated equally by law, or does power decide what becomes a crime? And more importantly, are the most powerful people in society actually the least punished? Critical criminology is not just a single theory but a broad perspective that questions the traditional understanding of crime. While conventional criminology focuses on why individuals commit crimes, critical criminology shifts the focus towards power, inequality, and social structures. It asks a very important question: who defines crime and whose interests do these definitions serve? This perspective is heavily influenced by Marxist thought, which views society as divided between the powerful and the powerless. According to the critical criminologists, laws are not neutral. They often created and enforced in ways that benefit the powerful while controlling the marginalized. One of the central ideas of critical criminology is that crime is socially constructed. This means that what is considered a crime depends on social, political, and economic context. Certain harmful acts may not be labeled as crimes simply because they are committed by powerful individuals or institutions. Another key concept is structural inequality. People belonging to marginalized group, whether due to caste, class, or economic status, are more likely to be criminalized and punished. At the same time, crimes of the powerful such as corporate fraud or political corruption often receive less attention or lenient punishment. Critical criminology focuses on state crime and crimes of the powerful, highlighting how governments and corporations can cause large-scale harm while avoiding accountability. Let us understand this through a coal allocation scam, commonly known as the coal gate controversy. Between 2004 and 2009, coal blocks in India were allocated to private and public sector companies without a transparent auction process. The allocation was done through recommendations rather than competitive bidding, which raised serious concerns about favoritism and lack of accountability. A report by the Comptroller and Auditor General estimated that this method of allocation may have caused huge losses to the public exchequer. Several political leaders, bureaucrats, and corporate entities came under investigation, while some cases led to convictions at lower levels. The overall accountability at higher levels of power remained a subject of debate and controversy. Critical criminology views this as an example of how state power and corporate intersect. Decisions that potentially harm public resources may not always be treated as serious crimes when powerful actors are involved. It involves how legal processes can be influenced by political and economic. Another major example is the Punjab fraud case. In 2018, it was revealed that the fraudulent transaction worth over rupees 13,000 crore had taken place through Punjab National Bank. The accused businessman used loopholes in the banking system to obtain unauthorized loans and then fled the country before authorities could detain them. The case exposed serious weaknesses in financial regulation and raised concerns about how such large-scale fraud could go undetected for years. This case clearly reflects the idea of crimes of the powerful. Critical criminology argues that individuals with economic power often have access to resources and networks that allow them to delay or evade justice, unlike ordinary offenders who face immediate legal consequences. Now let's look at a case that highlights structural inequality: the Khairlanji Massacre in Maharashtra. In 2006, a Dalit family was brutally attacked by members of a dominant caste in the village of Khairlanji. The victims, including women of the family, were subjected to extreme violence, public humiliation, and murder. The brutality of the crime shocked the nation. However, what made the case even more disturbing was the initial response of the authorities. The police failed to properly investigate the caste-based motive and attempted to downplay the severity of the crime. It was only after widespread protest across Maharashtra that the case received serious attention and legal action. Critical criminology explains this as a result of deep-rooted caste hierarchy and power imbalance. The justice system itself can reflect social biases, leading to delayed or unequal justice for marginalized community. From these examples, it becomes clear that crime is not just about individual behavior, it is deeply linked to power inequality and social control. Critical criminology encourages us to question, why are crimes of the poor more visible and harshly punished? Why do powerful individuals or institutions often escape strict accountability? How do caste, class, and economic power influence the functioning of the justice system? Critical criminology gives us a powerful lens to understand crime beyond legal definition. It shows that laws are not always neutral and that justice is often shaped by power relation. To truly achieve justice, society must address systemic inequalities and structural biases. If you found this explanation helpful and want more such detailed content for UGC NET Criminology, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to attempt the practice questions given in the link in the description and test your understanding of critical criminology.